Sometimes the most powerful tools we have are the simplest ones. And that is so, so true when it comes to language. Today, we're going to dig into how some of the most common, everyday words we use are actually packed with a surprising amount of depth and versatility. And the word we're putting under the microscope today, it's care. I know, it seems so basic, right? So straightforward. But as we're about to find out, this little four-letter word does an absolutely incredible amount of heavy lifting in the English language. So before we really break it down, just take a second and think about it. How many different ways do you use the word care in a single day? Probably without even noticing. You might use it to say goodbye, to talk about your job, or even just to describe how you're feeling. It's everywhere. Okay, so let's get into the mechanics of it. We're about to explore all the different jobs this one word performs. Seriously, it acts almost like an entire team all by itself. First up, the most fundamental split. Care can be both a noun, a thing, and a verb, an action. We're going to start by unpacking its life as a noun, because even there, it wears a whole bunch of different hats. This is probably the meaning that pops into your head first, right? Think about phrases like healthcare or childcare. In this sense, care is a service, a whole system of support for other people. It's something you give or something you get. But the word also has this really practical, solution-oriented side. Like when someone says, "Don't worry, Pearl and Edward will take care of things," care isn't about feelings, it's about getting the job done. It means handling a task, solving a problem, making it happen. And here we see its social function in action. Take care is one of our most common ways to say goodbye. It's warm, it's friendly, but, and this is wild, that exact same phrase can also be a warning. Think about care should be taken when holding eggs. Same words, completely different job. Now here's a really subtle but important shift. Care can also be a specific, countable thing, a worry. When you say, "I don't have a care in the world," you're not talking about a lack of services. You're talking about a complete and total lack of worries. Each care is its own little concern. Okay, let's flip over to the verb form. As an action, to care is all about feeling. And what's amazing is how it works both ways. You can express total indifference by saying, "I don't care what happens." Or you can show this deep personal investment. He only cares about his car. The same verb covers the entire spectrum, from apathy all the way to passion. So, what does this all mean? It means that this one single simple word is like a linguistic Swiss Army knife. It's doing the work of at least 6 different concepts. And this incredible efficiency, well, it's not an accident. In fact, it's the very reason care belongs to a very, very exclusive club. 850. What in the world could that number have to do with the word care? Well, as it turns out, everything. That number, 850, that's the key. You see, the word care is on something called the Basic English 850 list, a specially chosen core vocabulary of just 850 words designed to express pretty much any idea you can think of. And this leads us to the pretty obvious question, right? What exactly is Basic English? Is it just like a simpler version of English? Well, yeah, but it's simple by design. So, Basic English is a constructed language system. The whole goal was to create a version of English that was way easier for international learners to pick up, but was still powerful enough for clear communication in things like trade, science, and business. And the entire system is built on words exactly like care. Words that are versatile. Words that can do multiple jobs. Those are the key. So instead of learning thousands and thousands of specific words, you just learn 850 hardworking ones that you can combine to say almost anything. Pretty smart, huh? So what's the bigger idea here? I mean, our deep dive into the word care isn't just some grammar lesson. No, it's a perfect case study in the power of simplicity. It shows us precisely why a system like Basic English can be so ridiculously effective. This quote really gets to the heart of the whole philosophy. The goal isn't to limit what you can say. It's actually the opposite. It's about getting rid of all the noise so you can communicate your ideas with the most clarity and efficiency possible. Ultimately, the magic of a system like Basic English doesn't come from how small it is, but from how powerful its individual parts are. And care is the perfect example. It's a noun, a verb, a farewell, a warning, and a feeling. It literally pulls the weight of half a dozen different words. Which kind of leaves us with a final thought to chew on. If one simple word like care can do so much, It really makes you wonder, doesn't it? How much of our complex world, all our nuance, our entire human experience, can really be expressed with just 850 of these powerful, hardworking words? It's a fascinating question. Thanks for joining me.